Alright, so we're here at the HCMS website and we're going to go down here over to the left hand side and click on library to get to the library website. And once we're there, we're going to click on research. This is the tab you're going to want to use when you're researching for the Holocaust. We have several different options here for tools and resources for you to use. First off, I want to show you is the Gale database. You click here. If you're in school, it'll just open up, but if you're outside of school, like I'm at home right now, it's going to ask for a password, and the password is Cougars, Cougars. Once I proceed, it'll log me in. Now here I am in the Student Resources and Context database. Right here in the search bar, you can type in your specific search term. So if I'm searching for Adolf Hitler, it will give me a bunch of different options. If you're lucky, you'll have this really nice article right here, and if you click on View More, it will provide a very, very nice article. They kind of pick the best of the best right here for you to use and has a lot of information. Now, anything that you use on here is going to have the citation down at the very bottom. So right here is my citation, so I would just copy that and then paste it into my Word document where I'm saving all of my works cited citations. But I'm going to go back and show you. So I've done my search for Adolf Hitler. It has a few different featured content pieces right here, references, magazines, critical essays, but I can also click over here on these little icons and it'll take me to these types of sources. So if I click on magazines right here, it'll take me to all the magazine resources. Now this just shows a few, but how many total did it find? Yes, it found 278 magazine articles. You can also find images, videos, all sorts of great pieces of information on this resource. So definitely use the Gale database. Now I'm going to go back to the library research page, and you can also use the EBSCO database. And EBSCO is going to be HCMS, password is Cougars, and if you're at school it probably won't ask for that. And I'm going to click on Login. And here I am in the EBSCO database. The same sort of thing applies here. You can type in a search term, and it will find a bunch of different types of resources. Right now it's showing all results, but if I just wanted a newspaper result, I would click on newspapers and it would narrow it down to the newspaper results about Adolf Hitler. Now I'm going to go back to the library research page, and I also have two online encyclopedias here. Definitely use these as well. These are great online resources for you to use. So the World Book and Britannica are the two different kinds that we have. Once again, if you're in school, you won't have to log in. If you're outside of the school grounds, you'll have to log in. The login is always HCMS and the password is Cougars. And then once I'm in, I'm going to search for my term. So I'm going to type in right here Adolf Hitler, and it'll pull up a bunch of different things. Usually the first hit is the one article that you want. So I'm going to click on Adolf Hitler. It has all this great information about his early life, rise to power, and you can see the article's also broken down over here on the left-hand side by categories. There are images and pictures in this as well, which you can use. Now, if you use one of these sources, remember that you need to cite it. And down at the bottom, your citation is done for you, and it has the three different forms, and you're going to be using the MLA format. So right here, I would just copy and paste it into my Word document. Now, we also have the Britannica website, which works very similar to the World Book, HCMS Cougars. And I'm going to type in my search term, and it's going to pull up a bunch of different articles for me. I'm going to click on this first one, Adolf Hitler. Has all this great information for me. And in both of these resources, you can do things like you can save and print. Click right here and you can see just the images that they have for Adolf Hitler. Now remember, even if you use an image, you need to cite the source. Now right here on this little check mark right here, that's the citation. So if you click there, it'll provide the citation for you, and you'll just copy and paste it in. Same thing if you're using an article on here. Click on the check cite, and it will cite your source right here. Just copy and paste it. So those are our great online databases and online resources for you to use. Definitely go here first before you even try to search Google for a website. Alright, here I am on the HCMS Library website, and if you want to find an actual print resource, a book, and from our library, or if you want to borrow one from another library in the district, this is where you're going to start. So you're going to click right here on OPAC Find a Book, and it's going to open up our library catalog, and you are going to click right here and type in your search term. And let's say if you know your specific term, Adolf Hitler, and if you click on subject or keyword you could use as well. Now this is going to pull up all the books on Adolf Hitler that we have. Now you'll notice this one right here has, for the call number, B standing for biography and then Hitler. So this would be in the biography section. This one right here has a number, so it's a nonfiction book, and you're going to go in the 900s to look for the nonfiction section and find this one in numerical order. Now, if you find a book that just has the first 3 letters of the author's last name, that means it's a fiction book and you don't want to use that for your research project. You need to think about narrowing and broadening your search terms when you're searching for your topic. So let's say you typed in Adolf Hitler and you didn't get anything. We don't have any books specifically about Hitler. What other search terms could you type in? You could type in Nazi, and you could search that way. You could type in Holocaust and search that way. So you could also type in World War II. So think about all of the other search terms. You may have to broaden or narrow your search terms to find a book that has information on your topic. You may not find a book that has only information specifically about your topic, but you might find a book that has general information about World War II or the Holocaust, and inside that book you will find information on your specific topic. So happy searching, and watch this video to see where the nonfiction books live on the shelf. Okay, so you are not only limited to the books that we have in our library. Let's say you decided you're doing Adolf Hitler and you didn't see many books that were useful to you, or that we were out of the books on Adolf Hitler that you wanted. So right here where it says location, you can change it from Hill Country Middle School to Eanes ISD, and this will search all of the schools in our district. So I'm going to click on this and look for books about Adolf Hitler, and it will tell me where they're located. So this one right here, Adolf Hitler, it's a biography. If I click on it, it'll tell me the details, how many pages it is, and all that good info. If I decide that I want it, I can find out where it is. So this says no local copies. That means we don't have a copy here in our library, but there is one of one available off-site. So what you would do is that you would come up to the front to either myself or Mrs. Bossamakopoulos, and you would let us know the title of the book that you want, and we would find it for you and borrow it from the other school, and it will only take a day or 2 to get here, and once it arrives we'll deliver it to you in class. So remember that you're not only limited to the books that we own, you can borrow books from other schools as well, and all you have to do is when you're searching, change the location right here to Eanes ISD and then search for your term. Happy book hunting!